What's up, Panther City? Coach Johnny here to talk to you about our next programming focus coming up. We just finished one, well, not just, we had last week, ComTrain was in here helping us with the programming, running some guest classes, and that was a really great experience. I hope you all had a lot of fun with that. The week prior to that, we finished our last 12-week programming cycle, so it's time to start again. Now, this cycle is going to be slightly different than what we've done in the past, but there's good reason for that. I'll explain a little bit of what it's going to look like in the upcoming weeks, and then I'll explain a little bit of the reasoning behind. Please, if you have any questions on this programming cycle, why we're doing this, why we're doing something a little bit different, do not hesitate to reach out and ask me. I want you to know and have an understanding of what it is that you're doing here in the gym, and know that I'm not just putting random stuff together. I'm doing a lot of research to make sure you're getting the best product for your money right there, all right? And the best product to help you get healthy and live a long life. So without further ado, let me explain what our week is going to look like. We have right here my very well drawn out programming focus. As you can see, it says new program focus. So that's what we're gonna go over. Now, this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're gonna use this week right here from the 13th to the 16th of August to baseline some different tests. These baseline tests are going to range from being strength tests, like tomorrow on Tuesday, the 13th, you are going to do a 1 rep max back squat. And then we will retest that at the end of this focus. But they'll also have some Metcon tests in there as well that we're gonna retest to see if our metabolic conditioning is getting fitter as well. All right, so this week is a baseline test week. Now, next week starts technically week 1 of the programming focus. Next week, and here's how it's gonna be. We're gonna alternate weeks now. In the past, we've always done a strength portion or a skill portion and then a Metcon or a longer Metcon, all right? But traditionally, we do a strength or skill portion and then a Metcon, and we try to put that all into a 1 hour time frame. For this cycle, we are gonna try something different. We are gonna do 1 week of only strength, and then 1 week of Metcons and building skills. And then we'll go back on that week 3, we'll go back to our strength focus. And then week 4, we'll go back to doing only Metcons and building skills. So this is what it'll look like, and then I'll explain why we're doing that. So week 1, next Monday, you're gonna come in and we're gonna back squat. And we're gonna do a couple other accessory lifts to go along with that back squat, but our primary focus is gonna be that back squat. On Tuesdays, we'll be doing bench press with some accessory lifts built into those bench presses as well, but primary focus bench press. On Wednesday, we're going to do cleans and jerks. Notice I didn't say clean and jerk, so we'll be doing some cleans from the ground, and then we'll be doing some jerks from the rack, building skill and technique and strength in all of those. On Thursday, we'll be doing deadlifts along with either accessory movements or some flexibility movements, some mobility work. And then on Friday, we're gonna continue building off of that power snatch that we did last cycle, except for this time we're gonna add in overhead squats as well. So we'll be doing power snatches with overhead squats. So that's our strength focus. So week 1, you're gonna come in and that's it. And there's gonna be no Metcons involved. We're gonna spend a lot of time working on getting powerful and getting strong and refining that technique. Week 2, when you come back, Monday, may look like a skill session with an 8 to 12 minute Metcon. Tuesday, we might do some of those repeats that I know you all love and enjoy so much. You know, the work for 5 minutes, rest for 5 minutes, work for 5 minutes, rest for 5 minutes, where we're really working on teaching our body, hey, I need you to recover quickly so I can work again. On Wednesday, it might look again like a skill session and then an 8 to 12 minute EMOM. Thursday, we're gonna go for that 12 to 15, that moderate length. And then Friday might be that long aerobic capacity workout, those long runs, those 20+ minute Metcons that we've done in the past right there. Now I said with this one, It might look like that. It may be that. It might be looked like this. Week 2, these might change up. So maybe 1 week Monday is this skill session, but the next time, that week 4, when we come to those Metcons, that Monday might be that long aerobic capacity workout. So these ones are Metcon week. These will be moved around and messed around each and every week. So you're getting a really good sample regardless of what day you're coming. Because I know sometimes some people can only come Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And so I don't want those people always missing out on the repeats and always missing out on that 12 to 15 minute long workout. And so we're gonna mess these around right here. The strength portion are back squats, bench press, cleans, jerks, deadlift, power snatch, overhead squat. Those are gonna stay steady for the entire cycle. So every Monday on the strength week, you will back squat. Every Tuesday, you will bench press. Every Wednesday, you will clean and jerk. Every Thursday, you will deadlift. And every Friday, we'll do some power snatch and overhead squat. We want to see consistency in our lifts, so we're getting the same work each and every week. So I'm building, let's say I can only come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm getting a good 11 weeks of back squat, bench press, clean and jerks, and I'm really focused in on those. All right? Now, why are we doing this? Because this is very different than what we've done in the past. And some of you might think, is that gonna be enough? Am I going to get fit? Is that gonna be, that's it? First and foremost, let me tell you, I'm gonna make sure it's enough. On these strength days, you're gonna walk out of here feeling it, all right? On these Metcon days, you're gonna walk out of here feeling it. Even when those shorter Metcons, we're gonna spend a good amount of time building those skills. And that leads into my second point. This is going to give us, for the next 12 weeks, a lot of good coaching time for your coaches to really dive in to the form and technique of these strength movements and of those movements that we do a lot in the Metcon that sometimes we just don't have time to break down. So I'm talking like wall balls, rowing, double unders, pull-ups, these things that are kind of high technique, but not quite. And a lot of times just hey guys, if you can't do pull-ups, go ahead and do banded pull-ups. Well, now this is gonna give us a good chance to work on those pull-ups, to build that technique in those wall balls, to increase your efficiency. The other thing is, especially in our Metcons, it's gonna allow us to come at it with a much higher intensity. So if I program and do 5x5 back squat, 5 sets of 5 reps of back squat, and then I do a Metcon that maybe has pull-ups, dumbbell snatches, and box jumps, I'm not gonna be able to go as hard on those box jumps because I know my legs are already pumped and tired from those back squats. But if I go back squats on one day, on that Monday, and then the next Monday I do those Metcon with those pull-ups, dumbbell snatches, and box jumps, my legs are gonna be nice and fresh, and they're gonna be ready to rock out those box jumps. So I'm gonna be able to keep a higher intensity in that Metcon. And also, while I'm back squatting, I'm not gonna be thinking in my head, man, I gotta do box jumps later. I don't wanna go too heavy on these back squats. I gotta do box jumps later. I don't wanna kill my legs. No, this is what I gotta do. I gotta do back squats today. So I'm gonna go heavy, I'm gonna go hard. I'm gonna build that strength, and then I'm gonna build that intensity in that Metcon the following week. Last question I'm sure some people will have, so I'm gonna adjust it right now. Johnny, why are we not doing like strength on one day, then Metcon, then strength, and then maybe a Metcon? Something that some people would call like traditional CrossFit programming, where they only do a strength, and then the next day they only do a Metcon. Here's why we're gonna keep it to 1 full week of strength and 1 full week of Metcon, and it really has to do with your schedule. I know that there are people out here who say, hey, I can come to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And so I want you knowing, especially in the strength weeks, what you're getting each and every week. So if we did like Monday strength, Tuesday Metcon, Wednesday Metcon, Thursday strength, Friday long one, and then that changed the following week, and it changed the following week, we wouldn't get consistency in our training. This method right here allows us to focus on strength, focus on intensity, while still having consistent training. Right? Constantly varied is the key to CrossFit, high intensity, all right? Constantly varied, high intensity functional movements, that's CrossFit, if you haven't heard that. But constantly varied doesn't mean random. So we're not just gonna start programming just random days. Today's a Metcon day, today's a strength day, today's this. I'm still going to give you a very periodized, programmed out 12-week cycle that I think is going to lead us to see some great gains in not only of our strength, but our intensity and our Metcons. And here's the thing, I didn't come up with this. If you're still watching, which I hope you are, I didn't come up with this. I routinely dig deep into the research on strength and conditioning. And there was a study done that a group did this style of training and a group did what they called traditional style training, where we did strength and Metcon in the same day. And the group that did this style of training had greater results and greater gains in all aspects of the study than the other group. If you are interested in reading that study, I'm not gonna geek out on it too much on y'all right now because I know not everyone's a exercise nerd like me, but if you are interested in reading that study or seeing where I got this information from, please let me know and I will be happy to share it. Just know though, I'm not coming up with random stuff. I wanna give you the best programming around so you are getting the best product around to help you live the most healthy life around. With that being said, if you have questions, comments, concerns, you want to talk about this, you want me to explain it a little bit further, I would love to, all right? Please reach out. Don't just say, that's not for me, I'm gonna go. Yes, it's different. Yes, it's a new way of training. We're gonna try it out for 12 weeks. We're gonna see where the results are at the end of these 12 weeks by retesting all the baselines we're gonna set this week. And we're gonna see what happens. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please let me know. Reach out to me, and that is it. I hope you all have a great week. I look forward to seeing you up here in the gym.